Despite the billions of dollars Gladiator generated and its paramount success at the Academy Awards, the film includes countless examples of racialization against the Middle East. In this particular scene, a vast desert and sets of slaves both being kept in cages and carrying these cages is revealed. This is especially significant because it is one of the first scenes depicting Middle Eastern culture, and the viewer is immediately set to equate Muslims to barbaric, slave-owning hordes. Furthermore, the fact that the film portrays Middle Eastern society in the desert is another way of vilifying Muslims. According to Dr. Jack Shaheen in Real Bad Arabs, the desert and its surrounding palaces are typically viewed as threatening. The scene goes on to enforce, through the character development proxima, the stereotype that Muslims tend to be greedy.
I did not pay good money for you for your company. I paid it so that I could profit from your death. And as your mother was there at your beginning, so I shall be there at your end.
Another example of stereotyping against Muslim society is the way in which the Middle Eastern Colosseum is presented as opposed to Rome's. As you can see, the structure here is shown in one swift camera motion. It's not even big enough to hold the masses coming to spectate. The people are shown eating and laughing as well portrays the Muslim viewers as totally unsympathetic towards the brutal events about to unfold. Essentially, there is no humanization of the crowd. On the other hand, the film goes to great lengths to portray both the Roman Colosseum and its inhabitants as superior to that of the Middle East. Rather than quickly sweeping over the Roman Colosseum, it is conveyed here through a broad unveiling. This emphasizes its enormous size and impressive architecture compared to the minuscule appearance of the Middle Eastern Colosseum. As Appia puts it in There Is No Such Thing as Western Civilization, you want to make the golden nugget the core of a civilization opposed to Islam. Gladiator is just one example of a centuries-old tradition of Western society placing itself on a pedestal in comparison to the Middle East. This is furthered through the presentation of the spectators within the Roman Colosseum. Rather than the faceless hordes watching Maximus in the Middle East, viewers of Gladiator can more easily empathize with the Roman crowd, a difficult task when this crowd is cheering as people die in front of their eyes. This is in part achieved through the introduction of a child before the fighting even begins.
Gladiator, are you the one they call the Spaniard?
Yes.
They said you were a giant. They said you could crush a man's skull with one hand.
Man's? No. The boys.
They have good horses in Spain?
Some of the best. This is Argento. And this is Scato. They were my horses. They were taken from me.
I like you, Spaniard. I shall cheer for you.
They let you watch the games.
My uncle says it makes me strong.
What does your father say?
My father's dead.
As Frankopan puts it in his The Economist interview, we live in a goldfish world where we only look around so far as we're told to. The constant degradation of Middle Eastern society in Gladiator is not often seen at first sight, as a sort of superiority complex has become embedded in Western culture. In order to break this mentality and to see the bad in otherwise cherished works such as Gladiator, Westerners must broaden their scopes and look beyond the goldfish bowl they have been trapped in for centuries.